Welcome to Honey and Brown.
Welcome. What do we do here?
We do anime and music.
And stuff. Today, what are we doing?
We are doing trailers.
Yeah, for a new upcoming Disney Pixar animated film called Elemental. Do you have any idea what this movie's about?
No, I just saw the trailer of like the fiery girl and the water guy in a train, and I think they fall in love.
Yeah, there was like a teaser trailer like months ago, but this is like, I guess, the first official trailer. So yeah, the premise is in a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together, a fiery young woman and go-with-the-flow guy discover something elemental. How much they actually have in common. So basically, it kind of seems like an opposites attract type story where one girl is the fire girl and the other dude's a water dude. And I don't know, love ensues, maybe. Hopefully this is good because lately Disney Pixar hasn't been killing it like they used to.
I know.
But, you know, I don't know. I have hope. You know,
me too.
How could they mess up the element?
Yeah.
But yeah, I am actually excited because we're both big Disney fans. Disney's huge, man. Like for us, you know, that's where the magic truly is in life, you know, in a Disney Pixar film. So
yeah, but they are like losing their magic lately. Just
a bit, you know, which, you know, hopefully this one is kind of like a turning of the tide for Disney Pixar, because I think they really need a win. You know, like the last couple of years, it's been, I wouldn't say it's been horrible, but it's definitely hasn't felt like Disney Pixar magic that we're used to. You know, like there's no like Toy Story or, you know, all those big type of movies that, you know, puts a teardrop in your eye. Like it's been a while since we had like a Finding Nemo Up type film. You know, I think the last one I would say was Moana.
Yeah,
that was a good one, you know, like, and Turning Red and all these like ones that came out, it was all good, but I don't know, it just lacked that Disney magic. I
love Turning Red.
I thought it was okay.
And I think Soul came out too during the pandemic.
You know what? Soul was phenomenal. Yeah. That was a great movie. Inside Out was really good as well. So there's been like quite a bit, but I would say the last maybe like 4 or 5, you know, haven't had that Disney magic that it typically has. So you know, I'm optimistically excited about this. But yeah, when does this actually come out? This comes out June 16th 2023, so this is coming out, you know, in the next couple of months. So yeah, let's get on to it. This is Elemental from Disney Pixar.
Let's go.
Damn, Disney 100.
Meet the residents of Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket!
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something. Help! And fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
Lighter fluid. It's for the baby formula.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
But we all live by one simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix.
Hey!
Oh Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
Whoa.
Ember, I see a change in you.
What, hair guy? You live here?
It's my mom's place.
We got 2 kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes.
But I never once asked what I wanted to do.
Try this!
Dad, those are too hot.
I love hot food.
You see? He likes it.
Only in theaters. Okay, well, that was Elemental. Yeah, it looked not too bad. Visually, it looked really awesome. I can kind of see where the premise is going. You know, it seems like multicultural relationship, you know, it seems a bit kind of like why people are complaining a bit about, you know, Disney Pixar, of like, you know, they're trying to do too much of like the gender politics and like all this type of like quote unquote woke stuff. But I think like looking at this trailer, it doesn't look offensive. It actually looks quite charming. You know, it's a Disney and a Pixar, which that hasn't been like that in a while, because like typically it's like Disney animated studios and then there's like a Pixar animated studio, but this is the first time in a while that they've done a collaboration, because like Disney bought Pixar like many years ago, and they've kind of been doing like their own thing within the same company. But yeah, this is, I don't know, this seems not too bad.
Yeah, it doesn't yeah, it does look really good. Like, you know, the visuals definitely looks really good. Only thing is that when I'm watching it, it just doesn't feel like, it doesn't get me excited. Like, it doesn't have that oomph that Disney usually have, like Disney or Pixar have, that, you know, it's like, oh, like that looks like, you know, interesting premise. This kind of like the premise, I don't know, maybe because I'm an adult, like I don't know, it's like I'm just not relating to it. But I usually relate to Pixar and Disney because like it makes me relive my childhood. But this one more like, I'm okay. But I really hope like maybe the next few trailers is gonna give me more, like, you know, like more happiness and more joy from it, that I would want to watch it, because they do seem like, you know, they are like having like, you know, they showed like so many jokes. I just didn't laugh. So I don't know. I'm not sure. It's like it's trying to be funny, but it doesn't feel, it's not funny to me. You didn't even laugh either, so I don't think like, you know, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit that it doesn't look like that Disney Pixar magic that we are used to seeing. I don't know what it is. Like, honestly, I don't just like, this isn't trying to insult anything, but this kind of seems like a DreamWorks type of picture, where it's like it just seems like a run-of-the-mill like only for children type show, and they're gonna touch on elements that, you know, like it doesn't matter where you're from or like what your family thinks, that you shouldn't just stick to your, I guess, your own kind, that it's okay to like branch out in the world and, you know, build friendships or relationships with everybody. It's to be all accepting. Like I can totally see where that's coming from. But yeah, you know, I will admit, it doesn't give me that magic feeling. It just seems like I'm just watching like a typical animated movie for kids, and like typically we wouldn't really react to any kind of animated film, but because this is Disney Pixar and we're such like fans of the, you know, of the company, which is insane that Disney 100, they're turning 100 years old. Like that to me is a whole other kind of discussion, you know, how long Disney and like the empire has been standing tall, and it's kind of a sad affair to see where it is right now, that it's not kind of recapturing, or maybe like it's not pushing forward the Disney magic. And when I watched this trailer, yeah, like I smirked, just because, you know, I don't know, like I smirked a few times. You know, I might have done a bit of like a lap, but yeah, like it just seemed very run-of-the-mill kids animated, you know, type picture. It didn't feel like that Disney Pixar magic, you know, and like obviously it's Pixar, obviously it's Disney, so, you know, there will be an emotional factor to it, but I didn't see any of that in here. You know, I don't even know, like, are they trying to make them like they're just friends, or they're gonna be like a love interest? Like I can see the concept that they're going for, right? It's very on the nose. It's not really like pushing any boundaries, right? It's stuff that we like teach our children, you know, like don't be racist towards other cultures, you know, be accepting, learn from each other. I can totally see that, so I'm hoping it brings something more to the table other than that. So I mean, I guess we'll see.
Like for me, like yes, this is still the first, you know, this is still the first trailer, so I don't think we should judge too hard on the first trailer. It's always so hard to like capture audience with a trailer. I'm just really hoping, because I watched Strange World, and like I'm just really hoping that they will stop like, you know, they will stop and just making things like too much in our faces and like too superficial or shallow. I want them to just have like some deeper meaning, like Inside Out was. So like I don't want to judge too much, because it does look really good, and you know, like the music, like how the visuals are, it's like those does bring me magic. Like I feel like there is magic there. The only thing is just the storyline and their jokes wasn't landing for me. But still, I will still like very hyped for this one. And if the reviews are really good, we'll watch it in the movies. And if not, we'll wait for Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit that this. I kind of miss the days of old, you know, like where a Disney Pixar movie came out and like you knew that it was going to hit. Like you went to go see it. Like I remember when Frozen first came out, you know, even though that movie is like, it didn't like at first it didn't really like appeal to me, but like you could tell there was like more thought and effort. Like there was no political agenda, there was no type of like that. It just wanted to tell a fairy tale story, and it wanted to do it in the Disney Pixar magic, and that movie blew up. You know, that song was everywhere, and I just, you know, and I also remember when any Disney Pixar film came out in theaters, I went to go and see it. Like I knew about it, but the last couple I haven't. You know, like obviously if we just take away COVID, obviously we couldn't see it in the theaters, but even on Disney Plus, I was like, it took me a while to watch Strange World. You know, I heard so many bad things about it. I watched it. I didn't hate it as much as most people did, but again, it was very superficial. It was very like very surface kind of level, like, oh, I can see what they're trying to do, okay. And then of course it's kind of like where we are in society right now, where it's all about gender politics, all about being inclusive. And again, like I'm not trying to get into that right now, but in doing that, you kind of take away the magic of the film when you're just trying to put out your own political agenda instead of just telling a good story. And I'm hoping this is just a really good story. The first trailer, like, again, if it wasn't a Disney Pixar film, I wouldn't even pay attention to it. Like I'd be like, oh, you know, that's just another animated film that's probably going straight to name your streaming service, right? Like, but because it's Disney Pixar, I will always give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm always a fan. I'm always rooting for Disney to succeed, because Disney is a huge part of my childhood. It's a huge part of everyone's childhood, right? Even if you weren't hardcore into Disney, we all have our favorite Disney film. A movie like this, I don't want to hate on it, because, you know, again, maybe it's not for us anymore. I don't want to hate on it if like children want to watch it. That's completely fine. But, you know, Disney Pixar made films for everybody. It made films for the whole family, you know. This one just kind of just seems like, oh, you know, will I laugh? Maybe. Will it be a deep message? Maybe. I don't know. It just, I don't get it in this trailer. Like I don't see it, but who knows? You know, it comes out June 16th. Will I watch it in theaters? I'm not gonna lie, we're probably not, but wait for it to come out on Disney Plus, because I think Disney needs to win back the audience more before people go into the theaters, because a Disney Pixar film has not made money in a while in the theaters. You know, Lightyear bombed, Strange World bombed, you know, and one of the reasons that those films bombed, whether you want to believe in the message or not, you know, it bombed because parents don't want to take their children to see a Disney Pixar film anymore. It's not that the movie is not good and critically, because critically an animated film can be like horrible, but parents will still take them. But I think they lost their trust a bit with a lot of, you know, the parents now. So will this one be the one to break it? I don't know. I don't think it will, you know. And like coming off the news too, like Bob Iger wants to like do a whole bunch of sequels now to their franchises. Like they want to make a Toy Story 5, they want to make a Frozen 3, you know, they want to make a Moana 2, which again, I'm all down for a Moana 2, but you could tell that, okay, like I think there's a changing of the guard now that Bob Iger's back. Maybe he wants to like bring back the magic, and a movie like this was already in production like 3 or 4 years ago. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. I don't want to hate on it when it comes out. hopefully it's not another Disney flop, because that really kind of breaks my heart, because I love Disney films. But I guess we'll see. Like,
I don't know, like, I really don't think, like, you know, just because they talk about like gender inclusivity, like those topics, I don't think like those are the reason that it's bad. It's just, I think the way they're making the story is just bad. I don't know why. It's like, what the hell? Like, why can't they just make like a story that's like deep and like, you know, has like really like deep meaning, unless the people who are making this story just doesn't understand it well. It's like, I don't get it. And like, and you know, and of course they're gonna try to go back to the past, because those were the ones that actually worked, because like every one of us like loved those movies, and like, you know, those movies like really touched us in a deeper way than these stories. For some reason, just these stories are just very superficial. Like, I don't know, I don't really have anything else to say. Like, but I am really hoping that in the next few trailers that they're gonna, you know, that they're gonna come out, like, I hope that it will really capture us. Just this one didn't, but I'm really hoping that they will do better.
But yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, it comes out June 16th, so go watch it and tell us if it's good or not. I guess we'll find out with like the Rotten Tomato score and all the critics. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And yeah, tell us down below what you think. You know, what's your guys' thoughts on the trailer, and like even the state of Disney and Pixar now, and also what's your favorite Disney Pixar film? Yeah, so let's see. My favorite Disney Pixar film. Ooh, that's kind of hard, because I love Disney so much. Like, I'm such a fanboy of Disney, you know. Disney was my father. But I gotta say, it would have to be Toy Story. I mean, obviously Toy Story is the very first Disney Pixar film. It's still iconic, it still holds up. Like, the trilogy is phenomenal. Like Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, 10 out of 10. Toy Story 4 was like a 9 out of 10. It was still awesome, but the first 3 Toy Stories were awesome. But yeah, I would always have to, I'd have to say Toy Story, and you know, A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life does not get enough recognition. I think that was the second Disney Pixar film, but that movie, it's kind of weird. That one is just so forgotten about, and that kind of saddens me, because I love that. I used to watch that on repeat so much as a kid. I was like, every year I was like, man, are they making A Bug's Life 2? And now it's been like, I don't know, over 20 years, 25, 30 years almost now since that came out, and I doubt we'll ever get A Bug's Life 2, you know. But yeah, I gotta say, like, Toy Story, A Bug's Life, it's hard. Like, there's so many. I love Finding Nemo, I love Moana, you know, Soul, Inside Out. Like, yeah, there's so many phenomenal Disney Pixars. But yeah, that's my list.
Well, I'm not really as nostalgic as you, so I'm just gonna say that my favorite was the last really good one that I've watched was Inside Out, so I'm just gonna go with that. And yeah, I think that's it.
All right, yeah, so tell us in the comments what your favorite Disney Pixar film is. Tell us if you're excited about seeing this, you know, probably a bit more excited than we are, but yeah, tell us your thoughts, and thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we appreciate every single one of you guys, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
See you.